The Pokemon trading card game has moved on to Sword and Shield, and with it has theme decks for Cinderace, Inteleon, and Rillaboom. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. This video is brought to you by the Pokemon Company International. I want to thank them for sending me these theme decks. Now, as I said, Pokemon Sword and Shield for the trading card game does have theme decks that are out in stores, but also we can get the booster packs. So I might unbox this at a later point, but know that you can get the individual booster packs of this in stores right now too. Now these three have a theme deck to get you into the trading card game. It's basically a really good intro or introduction to anyone who wants to get into the game. So I'm going to open these three up and show you what these are all about. Essentially you get one of the final evolutions of the starters. So Cinderace, Inteleon, and Rillaboom, and inside of this as well you get a deck list. You get 60 cards. With this, you get one metallic coin, a single player playmat, one deck box, damage counters, a rules booklet, 3 reference cards, and even a code to play this game online. So here is a list of all of the cards that you will get. So there is nothing random inside of here. You know exactly what you're getting when you're purchasing this product, and you can even play it online. Love the Gotta Catch 'em All theme right here. So what we're getting is Cinderace and then a host of other cards, including 18 energy cards that you can use this while you play the game. Now I am going to just move these two over while I unbox this theme deck first. So I just want to mention, I was taking a look at these boxes to open them up. I really like the style packaging of these, but I hope I can keep these in good condition because there's nowhere to really open these from the bottom or from the top. So if you're a collector like me, you're going to have to just bite the bullet, and we're going to have to ruin the packaging, I think, to open these up. So I'm going to open this up from the side. And that wasn't that bad whatsoever, actually. That was pretty easy to open. Once inside, you have... I'm just going to put this box now to the side. You have Cinderace, the card, and everything else inside of this packaging. So let's just open up this plastic. And Pokemon trading cards is something that I collected a lot of when I was really young. The base set basically, Jungle set, Fossil set, Team Rocket I got into a little bit as well. But I haven't really got into Pokemon card collecting that much since, but I really want to. So this is a really cool opportunity for me to do so. And I did post some other videos about this stuff as well. So here's a quick start rules book featuring the final evolutions, as I mentioned. And even if you need help playing the game, there's some support and you can call. So this goes through how to play in the game, what you can do during your turn, how the game works and everything like that to really get you started in playing the Pokemon card game. The next up is this really cool, this should be the playmat, I believe. So let's open this up. This looks like it's actually themed to Cinderace, which is nice. So this is not quite fully opened up yet. So on the one side, we have a really cool poster, actually. I would display this poster in my room, so this is pretty sweet. You have Rillaboom on the left, then Cinderace, and then Inteleon on the right. So that's pretty neat right there. I love that poster. That looks really wicked, even. I can't believe Cinderace kicks like basically a soccer ball. So on the one side, we have what you can do during your turn on this poster, and then the active Pokemon as well. So this is your playmat if you want to get into playing the game. I am just going to put this kind of on the side for now. We'll just leave that with Cinderace right there and just put that face down. Alright, what else does this come with? Special Condition Poison. This is what you can do during your turn. So this is probably for the online. I'm not sure if this is for the online aspect. So let's see what this is all about. Open up this one too. A lot of people keep things sealed. I'm not all about that. I want to use the items. So special condition burned, what are special conditions? So this is just 3 helper cards to help you play through the game as well, and to help you understand what happens when you flip your card, if it's confused, what to do if it's asleep and paralyzed, and you turn them sideways. So you turn it to the left for asleep, you turn it to the right for paralyzed with the R in there, you turn your card upside down if it's confused, and this is just what you can do during your turn and what are special conditions. So that's really neat. And next up we have this here. This is all about the Cinderace card, as well as a full list of all of the cards in the set for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So we start at number 1, which is Celebi, it looks like, all the way up there. And then the entire list all the way down to the bottom goes to Team Yell Grunts. However, there are secret rares in this. If you're trying to collect all of the cards in this set, I think the ones that you want to get, spoilers by the way, is there's a gold or at least a special card for Zacian and Zamazenta, and there's a Quick Ball. Those are probably the three rarest, most expensive cards in the deck, I believe. And the one that you want to get is Zacian, the really expensive gold one for that one. So that's neat that you can do a little checklist on here of all of your cards. We also have the way to keep score or the damage hit counters. So you have all of those. They're nice themed colors for Cinderace. We have a coin. It's not really a coin. It looks like it's more like, these are the common ones. So this is Score Bunny, the starter, from where we eventually evolve into Cinderace, of course. And you have the theme card, the main card. This isn't quite a holo as much as it's like, I'm not sure what to call this, a stained glass background, kind of. So this one has 170 HP. By the way, these cards are getting way up there in terms of HP, which is getting insane. Bright Flame and Flame Cloak are the moves. Flip a coin. If tails, discard 2 energy cards from this Pokemon, but does a damage of 160. The damage hit points are going way up in this game. Then this is my online code, but I'm not going to show that because I might actually use it. And this is the last thing. This is the theme box for Cinderace. So for Sword and Shield, this is really cool. Not sealed, so this one you can just open up. And inside here, the cards are loose, so they're already unpackaged for you. So what we're going to have here is all of the energies. We have an ordinary Rod. We have double switch Wooloo. Maybe I won't call out every single one of these, but the entire list of these is on the back. Drampa looks hilarious to me. This is like a grandpa dragon, basically, which is one of my favorites from the new generation. Sudowoodo making a return. Reboots. You can let me know how you pronounce the name of Reboots. If you pronounce it differently than me, we have several of those, as well as Score Bunny, of course, because we want to evolve our Pokemon while we're playing this. Poke-Kid. Professor's Research. Ninetales. My wife would absolutely love this card. This card is gorgeous. The art on this one looks fantastic. Really like that one. Vulpix as well. Love the art on these cards. So a lot of these, of course, are repeats, but that's how you build a deck. So these, again, are not random or rare in terms of trying to collect them, but it's a really good way that these are the cards you would build a deck around. And Cinderace, a non-holographic, just to end it right there. So you do get the, I guess, holographic one, I want to call it, because it does look like it's a holographic one, and the non-holographic, which are otherwise identical cards in terms of play style in this theme deck. So again, just to go over everyone you got in that theme deck right there if you wanted to take a look. This is who you get: Cinderace, Reboot, Score Bunny, Ninetales, Vulpix, Double, Wooloo, Drampa, Sudowoodo, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Bead or Beady, you can let me know, Great Ball, Hop, Ordinary, Rod, Poke-Kid, Pokegear 3.0, Pokemon Catcher, Professor's Research, Switch, and a Fire Energy, 18 of them in particular. So Cinderace, we get 2, 3 Reboots, and 3 Score Bunnies. They're the crutch of this deck, or where you're actually going to use the most gameplay for Cinderace. Alright, so I'm just going to put that theme deck a little bit to the side, and we're going to open up the next one, which is going to be Inteleon, which is the Water-type starter for this set. So let's keep the coin. I really like these coins, by the way, too, just kind of your counters. Alright, Inteleon is next. So in this one, on the back, we have Inteleon's number 818, by the way. I wonder what number Cinderace is. 815, that makes sense. 3 apart with their evolutions. So you're going to get 2 Inteleons, some, I can't pronounce these ones usually, but Drizzile, 3 of them, and Sobble, you'll get 3 as well, and then all the way down to 18 Water Energy cards. This has the exact same components in this deck, so let's just open this one up. Love the art style on this, and again, going to open this from the side. You can't really open it from the top or from the bottom. Again, a very special thank you to the Pokemon Company International for sending me these products to open up and kind of review on my channel. I would love it if you could give this channel a like or share this video if you could. Just help out the channel. We're really close to 100,000 subscribers, which I would love to hit. That's always been a great goal in mind, but it's just a number. Numbers are just one thing. Alright, so in here, let's just get rid of the plastic component. We have, first of all, the coin. So we have Sobble on this coin, themed blue, which looks pretty cool. I like that one as well. We have the Inteleon Holo card, or like like I said, this is kind of like a mosaic glass tile. So this one has 160 HP. Silent Shot is 40, Hydro Snipe is 100. You may put an active energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. So that's kind of powerful while you're playing to put a card back into their hand. So that's kind of cool. Love the art on this one. And of course, it is shiny holographic. We have the card for the online, which I am not going to display or show off. In here, we've got 3 more of those cards about how to play, so we're just going to keep those kind of sealed. And then let's take a look at, the counters actually are not themed for Cinderace, they're always these colors in particular. So let's take a look at you got that Start Quick rules again, which we're not going to look at in detail, but let's take a look at the sheet for Inteleon. So on the one side, we do have that master list of everyone that you can collect for this card game. On the back, you have a little bit of information about Inteleon for the Inteleon theme deck. Some wonderful art there on the bottom of some of the Pokemon as well. So Sneaky and Stealthy. Your first goal is to evolve Sobble into Drizzile, and then Inteleon, and then bring it off the bench to the active spot. So of course, this is just going through how to play the game and some tips and things like that for this particular theme deck. Really cool to get the checklist though. As a completionist, I always appreciate checklists. And then we have the playmat, which is themed for Inteleon. So let's take a look. On the one side, it looks like we have the same wicked poster of the 3 starters. On the back, one giant playmat for Inteleon, which looks pretty cool as well. And then let's just get to the cards. So in here we have the theme deck. This is the box for it. Again, not sealed, only sealed in the box. So there's no actual factory sealed on this. So you're gonna open this up, and the cards are open as well. Keep that to the side. All right, so you're gonna see lots of water energy, of course, which is what we're building our deck around. Krabby, Hop, Drizzile, love the art style on that card. Professor's Research. Choodle, that one looks awesome. Love that art. He's just kind of looking up in the world. Mantine, love that Pokemon. Great Ball, Sobble, Dreadnought, one of my wife's favorites when she plays through Pokemon Sword and Shield. Kingler, going all the way back to the original. Switch, that's hilarious that there's a card called the Switch, by the way. Love it. Pokemon Catcher, another Great Ball. Hop. Cramorant, I think my wife pronounces that one differently, but that often in the game. Ordinary, Rod, Choodle, Great Ball. Wonder if there's any other unique cards. Pokekid, Pokegear 3.0. Another Pokekid, Hop, Drizzile. I think all of these we've already seen. All the way back to the end when we get Inteleon, the non-holographic. So you're getting 2 of these rare cards inside of these theme decks. Again, I'm a huge fan of the art on these cards. Really big. I wonder, they do say the illustration, so they do have the little illustration right down there of who actually did the card, which is pretty neat on each individual card, because these do look fantastic. Always a fan of getting holographic cards, of course. Going to just put this theme deck also to the side for now. And let's look at our last one. So the last theme deck is for Rillaboom. Now, I am a Rillaboom starter. Not a Rillaboom starter, I guess, but I really like Grookey, and I really like the evolutions and the fact that he has a drum at the end of this one. Again, great art all over this box. Looks pretty cool. On the back, let's take a look at what the cards you are getting. So 2 Rillaboom, 3 Thwackey, and then 3 Grookey as well, or Grookey, depending on how you want to pronounce it, and then 18 Grass Energy cards, of course, and everything else in here is going to be the same. So this is my starter for Pokemon Sword and Shield, but you can comment below, who did you start with in Pokemon Sword and Shield? What starter did you like? And also, what are your thoughts on the new legendary Pokemon, Monkey Pokemon? Really similar concept, I think, but it's dark. I don't think it's dark grass. I'm not exactly sure what that new Pokemon is, but it reminds me a lot. Of course, we have Rillaboom, who is looking like a green monkey, so that's really similar theme, I should say. So let's open this one up as well. Get rid of the plastic. Just look at the good stuff. Alright, first of all, the coin. Grookey looks pretty cool on this green coin. You got now 3 of them if you got all the theme sets, which is wonderful. We have the Rillaboom card with his drum right there, which looks cool. I love how his drum's obviously made of wood. So this has 190 HP, which is the highest of the three by far. This is 30 higher than Inteleon and 20 higher than Cinderace. We have Drumroll, which is 90. This attack also does ton damage to each of the opponent's bench Pokemon, which I wanted to mention because this is a really strong attack, but it requires 3 energy cards. And then Drum Beating is 180. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Drum Beating, so you can only use that basically every other turn. Wow, so this one looks really cool. Not as much holo because the drum and the characters are so large on this. We have our online card, just putting that to the side. And then we have, of course, the 3 cards of what to do and how to play. Let's open up this particular Rillaboom information. So we have different pictures. Again, you got that list. But on the other side, it says drum roll, please, which I really like. That's hilarious. So, of course, you want to bring him to full power as soon as possible. It's my star Pokemon, or the star Pokemon. So it goes through some little techniques in here as well. And there's some really nice artwork on the side and on the bottom. Snorlax, huge shout out, love Snorlax. What a lazy, awesome Pokemon, I have to say. And then we have the counters, we have the quick start rules, and we have the mat. So let's take a look at this mat because there's always a cool picture of the final evolution on this. The one side's going to have the exact same 3 starter poster, which you can put up. Now I have 3 of those, which is pretty neat. And this is the Rillaboom poster playmat. Not really a poster, but more of a playmat. You could put this up as a poster if you wanted to, which I think looks pretty fantastic. All right, let's keep moving on to the actual theme deck for Rillaboom. I like how they come with these, by the way, just so that you can bring it to your friends in its own box. You don't have to buy your own box. It's going to protect your cards a bit, although I would like to get sleeves to protect these cards if I was actually playing with these more regularly. So we've got all these, we got all of our energy cards, Cottony, Great Ball, Whimsicott, Switch, Pokekid, Gossifleur, love the French inspired name or use, but also the art on this card looks wicked. Love that one. Eldegoss, hilarious Pokemon, by the way. Actually looks like a fluff ball. Professor's Research, Hop. Grookey, there he is. Or Grookey, I call Grookey. Thwacky, hilarious. This one looks a little bit weird to me. I definitely like Rillaboom and Grookey, but not as much love for Thwacky in my opinion, but you can comment below if you really like Thwacky as well. Beautiful art on Maractus. Kind of like a cactus, of course. Pokemon Center Lady. That's amazing. Didn't name her, just called her Pokemon Center Lady. Potion, Pokekid, Great Ball. Another Gossifleur, Hop. Most of these are now going to be repeats. Snorlax. So we get that in this deck as well. I should check how many we get. For Snorlax, Potion. That reminds me of one of the original sets had that kind of potion-looking card. And all the way at the end. Oh, we do get 2 Snorlaxes in the deck. Should have looked at the back of the box more closely. And there is our regular rare for Rillaboom and our holographic one as well. So these theme decks you can find in your local stores if you are interested. They are a great way to get you interested into the game and to start playing. So they do come with their own little mini boxes, which is really neat so that you can play at your convenience and bring them with you on the go, which I do really like. Just gonna put those right back here for the time being. And also the coins. Let's just take one look at all 3 of the coins for these. Right here. So you got your 3 colors looking pretty neat. I love the fact that you get these little themed items with this, which makes these definitely worthwhile in my opinion. And then, of course, you have the actual 3 holo cards that you get to use while you're playing this game. So these are fantastic. I really like how this set has come out for Pokemon Sword and Shield. It made absolutely logical sense. Again, thanks to the Pokemon Company International for sending me these, and let me know as a comment below, are you into Pokemon cards? Do you want to collect them? Do you play the game a lot? My friend Jordan is into playing them a bit, especially online, and we want to get back into collecting and everything. So thanks so much for watching. Feel free to give this video a like and share it. Let's try and push to 100,000 subscribers, and remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming. Thanks for watching, everyone.